Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of StoneBlock. This is Scoots42, and we are continuing to do a beta test of this pack for NFINIT Gaming. We recently updated the server, so I wanted to see an episode or two ago, see if I can find them. I want to see if we fixed this stuff yet. I don't think it was a pack issue. I think it may have actually been an issue with the bonsai tree, or the hopping bonsai pot here, and I think it might be fixed. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Super, super awesome. There we go. So that's all that was. Just a refresher as to how that works. First we had to make the bonsai pot. Helps if I can remember how to spell. We made this first. We needed some bricks and some dirt. And then to do the hopping bonsai pot, we just combined that with a hopper. Now, I don't know why it wasn't letting me just right-click that sapling in there, because it totally should. And what it's going to do, you can see it's outputting some stuff here. And we'll come back to this in a little while. I'm going to eventually tie that into our drawer system right over here. And I should still have it set so that if we were to look under here, this guy down here should be set just to receive leaves. So we should still be able, and I think, am I stuck in here now? There we go. We should be able, where did you go? That's interesting. Huh. Okay, well, we're not going to worry about that right now. Well, maybe. Do I have any? I do. Got a little bit of the flooring in here still. I don't know where that other piece went. It might have gone down in there into one of the holes. Not a big deal. What we do need to do, first off, is we need to get an induction smelter. And I've been kind of working down here in this little power room. I've got us a second magmatic dynamo, which I do have upgraded. We've got a second, what is this, auxiliary transmission coil. So we're keeping our power cell full, which is cool. And I believe this guy is getting a net gain. But these guys are basically totally filling up. And we are getting a little bit of lead. I haven't gotten around to making another sifter yet. I wanted to increase our power gen. I kind of thought about it and realized that we're going to need to do more with our power gen. And there's a couple ways we could do it. We could make a bunch more of the dynamos, and that is definitely one way to go about it. And we could. We totally could. But I think what I want to do instead is start kind of expanding into this little area with some machines. And I have made an energetic infuser because I made myself an advanced charge porter, which requires a charged porter, 4 diamonds, 4 redstone blocks. And the charge porter itself is a redstone block with some ender pearls and a couple pieces of iron. And to go along with that, I also did a matter receiver, which is pretty cool. And those two are linked together, the advanced charge porter and the matter receiver. There we go. 300 pearls, a machine frame, a couple pieces of redstone and some iron, and the machine frame is basically just lapis iron and a couple of gold nuggets. No big deal there, but now that I've got this charged porter, I got it specifically for my adventures in the nether, so it doesn't really matter how far away I get from the portal. I can just kind of explore wherever I want, and then right-click with the porter, and then I'm magically transported right back here. So I have gotten an atomic reconstructor, so I can make prismarine. Because one of the other things I'd like to be able to do is start making the power cells from RF tools, because these are pretty useful. They act as a multi-block when you've got these power cell cards in them, and we need prismarine for that, and we can make those. Well, that could totally be a thing, but what I'd really like to do, instead of making extra magmatic dynamos at this point, is I'd like to upgrade them at least to the reinforced level and maybe even to the signalum if we can manage to get some of this cryothium dust, which might be possible. If not right now, it might be in the relative near future. But to get these reinforced upgrades, we need some kind of hardened glass, which we get from pulverized obsidian and lead dust, or lead ingot. I usually do this one down here. I don't bother pulverizing the lead because that's just an extra unnecessary step. But we do need an induction smelter. That is definitely something we need. So let's work on getting one of those. Let's come up here to where most of our resources are. We'll need a little bit of redstone. We'll just grab a stack of that, and let's get crafting an induction smelter. There's that guy. We're going to need some copper gears. So let's grab, is that aluminum rust? Do I actually even have any copper? I might need to get some copper cooking up here. Let's see if we've got any over here. I think we probably do. Is that the copper? There we go. Copper, copper, copper. The sorting system is working, but we need to do two things. We need to get faster servos, and we need to get faster item ducts to get all this stuff to work. And the key to both of those things is going to be, number one, getting an induction smelter. So can I? Cool. Use one of those. We may as well start using those stone gears here. Do I have more up here? I thought I had more. There's another one. There we go. A couple of copper gears. We need a tin gear. So we'll need a little bit of tin. That's silver. Some tin. So we might need to get some tin cooking up as well. We'll wait for that copper though. I think I tried cooking some up earlier and I ended up with a ton of bronze. Well, maybe not a ton of it, but I intended that bronze was actually supposed to be copper and tin, and I accidentally made some bronze. So let's see, we need a tin gear. One of those, please. We'll get a piece of iron. And there's a bunch of machines I'd like to make, really. But I think we're going to start off with the induction smelter and probably at least another pulverizer and maybe a redstone furnace today. So we need a little bit of Invar and some gold as well. Let's see, here's some Invar and a little bit of gold. Probably need a little more iron than what we have too. So induction smelter, check on the redstone thingy. There is the machine frame. And that took one of our buckets, which is cool. So there's our induction smelter. What I'm also going to need are some more flux ducts. I'm pretty sure I used the rest of them. Flux duct. There we go. So we're going to need some lead. Hopefully I've got some more in here. Yeah. I did cook up a little bit of lead. We'll probably cook some more up as soon as we get a chance here. So there's one. We might get a couple more of them. That's probably good for now. Because I don't know if you guys noticed, but some of my stuff was actually in the ground. Like this guy. And I actually didn't even really want him here, so we'll go ahead and pick him up as well. There we go. And I'm probably stuck in here now. There we go. But that's how short on flux ducts I was. We should be able to pop some more in here now. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So we can pop our... Well, let's put that energetic infuser right there. This is what I use to charge up the charged porter with. It just kind of goes in there, and it'll take a little bit of power. And by a little, I actually mean quite a bit. That charged porter takes quite a bit of power. And you can just sit right there. And let's go ahead and do that for now. And the other thing we're going to want, let's cover this back up. There we go. Let's get ourselves a pulverizer for pulverizing things, not just for automatic sifting. Let's clear you out. And we're probably going to want, oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Where's my glass cutter? Thought it was in there. There it is. I don't have any silk touch stuff yet, but if you use a glass cutter, you can break your glass and get it right back. Let's see, we're going to want more tin. Probably going to be a good idea. Hopefully most of that copper is done at this point. Do we have more tin somewhere? Well, at least get it ready. I don't know if all that copper is out of there yet, but we'll at least want some of it. I think I had a little bit more tin in here somewhere. Aluminum tin, there we go. Are you all done yet? Nope, not even close. Okay, so we'll have you ready to go. We've got enough tin for right this second, I think. Well, let's get ourselves a pulverizer. There we go, tin gear. We're going to want a piston. There we go, machine frame. We might need more copper. Boy, look at us cutting it close on how many of the resources we need today. Couple more copper gears. There we go. And one of those redstone reception coils. So there is our pulverizer. Let's see, did I have any obsidian? Oh, we do have some copper in there, nice. I mean, it's obviously smelted quite a bit of it already, but we still have, it looked like about half of it was still in there. So what we might need to do then is, let's get our bucket, and we'll sneak some of this lava out of here. And I did manage finally to get a, well, I think we did that on camera. I've got a drain back here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So how are you doing while we're here? You're still looking pretty good. You probably aren't. This will back up eventually, believe it or not. And if I need to, I can always do that, if I need to make some clay. So that's not that big of a deal. But this thing should be dropping leaves, and the leaves will automatically flow into here. So that is cool. See, how much more do we need? One more bucket of water. And let's stop you for just a minute so we can get our obsidian out of here. I've been thinking about how I want to do this, and what I'll probably do with the smeltery is have a row of compacting drawers back here for the ingots. And since they'll be touching these drawers, they should all be connected to that drawer controller, which will come in handy because if we don't get into it today, we'll probably get into it in the next episode or maybe the one after. But I'd like to start going after a refined storage system pretty soon. We need a couple other pieces of equipment before we can really start getting into that. That was 2, 3, 4, And I have a feeling that an igneous extruder isn't too far away either. Oh. I mean, that doesn't really hurt anything. There we go. I just wasn't prepared for that. I thought I had one more. Thought I'd only done 4 blocks of obsidian. Alright, so I think I'll try to leave this corner open. And we'll just kind of do something like this. There we go, and we can pop our pulverizer right there. You should be getting power. All of your sides are off, so let's get that obsidian pulverized. While we're waiting for that, there was something, I actually meant to do this a while ago. Let's see, I'm going to need some food. It's like I'm about to half starve to death. Do we have anything decent in here? You know, cooking with blockheads might not be that far off either, come to think of it. Now, here's a bunch of bread. That ought to help. There we go. And what I wanted to kind of take a look at, if I can find my book, I don't remember where I put it. There it is. There was a specific modifier I wanted to put on to the hammer. And I think I've got the stuff to do it. I want to put this glowing on there. So I need an Eye of Ender and a couple pieces of glowstone. And that's going to be really cool. So here's an Eye of Ender. I got these out of a loot bag, by the way. And a couple pieces of glowstone. So when I put this hammer in here and I add this stuff, there we go. Now it gets that glowing modifier. And this is pretty handy. I do kind of like having the torches or illumination wand in the offhand. And I'll just kind of show you guys here real quick. And this, by the way, is working like a charm. We are definitely getting our squid. But let's kind of come over here for a minute. And you'll see that as I mine, the area automatically lights up for me. So I don't even have to worry about what the light level is. And you see, there's the little Tinker's glow ball right there. So I do not have to worry about basically anything. Oh, except falling into my little thing there. Let's take that down. Just kind of wanted to, I do have some plans for an actual room down here, and I will more than likely move where that stuff is. There we go. Now it's all nice and lit up over here. Just to double check, there's no spawnable areas, right? Nice. I did get our stairs put in all the way. So let's check on this stuff. There we go. So that was 5 obsidian. So that means we'll need 5 pieces of lead. And if we put those in here, I think I need to take you off of there. We go. That should start making the glass we need. And we should get 2 pieces of glass for each set of these. So the 1 ingot and 4 pulverized obsidian should give us 2 hardened glass. And I think I'll hang out and get 1 more set. There we go. Let's run back up here. And hello, Evolved Enderman. That can't get me once I'm in here. And actually, I don't have that hard of a time with these guys anymore at all. Ooh, legendary loot bag. What could be inside indeed? Uh-oh, chance icosahedron summoning pendulum. I have no idea what that's for. Chance cube and a diamond chest plate. I think I might know what to do with the diamond chest plate. Nice. Oh, another one. And see, they're not giving me that hard of a time anymore. I did also put a little more lapis on my sword, so I've got looting 2. So now, as you can see, I'm getting a couple of ender pearls. And that, honestly, may be another compacting drawer item, those ender pearls. I've actually collected so much of the chicken manure, by the way. I started putting it in a drawer and then had to upgrade it, because we have got a ton of this stuff. So what I'm probably going to need to do at some point is kind of expand on our farming area. What I'll probably do is kind of start knocking these walls out. I haven't decided. I might kind of go with like a hallway approach down here and have different farming rooms is kind of what I'm thinking. That's something I'll kind of work on between episodes and figure out how I want to do that. But in the meantime, let's grab some coal. And let's start getting some stone cooked up with this cobble here so we can repair our floor. Oh, let's get that out of there. I think we're just about ready to move directly past even having those. There's some stone already, nice. You can just hang out up here for a little while. Because, I mean, I am totally running out of room. Like, I don't even know where I'm going to put this stuff at this point. Let's see, I think I was putting you guys up here. And you guys are just going to have to hang out down here. And then the rest can just go in the mob drop chest. Some of it is mob drops, like that can go in there. Those can definitely go in there. And we do have an ender lily, which we'll probably get to in just a little while. Nice, evolved enderman head. Awesome. Those can go in there. I don't even know what to do with those. I just like the idea that we have them. I think that's pretty cool. So let's make a piece of coal out of you. And then you can go up here. Then do I have... There we go, cool. Okay. So, I think we have most of what we need now to get these upgrade kits. We're going to need some electrum and a silver gear. So electrum is gold and silver, one of each. So let's just kind of make this easy on ourselves, and we'll do 12 gold and 12 silver. Let's shut that off and make sure that this stuff has time to alloy. And we can do that in the induction smelter. That is totally a thing we could do. Let's put you in here with the other books. I wonder if the Akashic Tome is a thing in this. It is not. Okay. No big deal. Let's see. So let's get that. I think that was a silver gear we needed. Do I still have iron? Nope. We'll need a little bit of iron. Here we go. We'll need a little more silver than that. There we go. So I'd like to make 2 of these if we can. So we'll need 2 silver gears. Right, and then we'll need a total of 4 pieces of redstone. Oh, no, we need 4 of those hardened glass, which we got. And then we're just waiting on the electrum, which hopefully should start. There's the electrum there. And I think we've got enough to start pouring it out. That should hopefully finish before we get all of it out of there. There we go. That was all electrum, right? Yep, nice. Need 2 more electrum. Let's take care of this copper block here real quick. Oh, and that's going to turn it into industrial craft copper. That's okay. We can still totally use that. There we go. There's a decent amount of electrum. At least for our purposes anyway. So we should totally be able to get 2 of these now. And let's see if we can get a couple more of these guys. I wanted to look. There are some upgrades that are specifically for magmatic generators. I wanted to see if I could find them here. I am not seeing what I wanted. Steam dynamo. Okay, so, I mean, we could do the ignition plugs. No, that's only for refined fuel. I could have sworn that there was something specifically for the magmatics. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about that. We could put those excitation field limiters in there, and we may do that if we craft other dynamos. I think the best thing we can do right now, though, we'll need a little more silver, is to do more of those augments that basically increase the RF production, the auxiliary transmission coil. So we'll want 2 of those. We should be able to get 2 of these now, 1 and 2. Nice. So these are sequential, these upgrades. So you can't go straight to this reinforced upgrade kit. You have to do the basic one first. And every time you upgrade these, you basically unlock another augment slot. And you can either put them in like I just did there by opening the GUI, or you can put it in your hand and then right-click, and if there's an available slot, it will put it in there. And now if we check the information, we can do 240 RF a tick, which doubled what these things were doing. So that's 480, and this guy's still doing his 40. And we will be able to upgrade the magmatic generator, but we're going to have to get into generating some grid power to do that. And we're not quite ready to start doing that yet. I think we have the stuff to do it, but I don't think we're at the point where we absolutely need to do it. So I wanted to work on a couple of other things today. So does this give me, nope. I have to look up the recipe for a stone barrel. Because there's some things, oh, you need a slab, okay. Well, we can do that. There we go, there's some stone barrels. And this is one of those things, you guys can kind of see I bumped this wall out a little bit too, and that was so I can have a little room to do this kind of stuff. And I'll probably bump this out a little bit more over on this side as well. Either that or I might give myself more access to lava. So let's see, there's 1, 2. And I know you're probably asking, why am I putting lava in stone barrels? And you'll see here in just a second, because this is part of one of the other things I wanted to work on today. We're going to want a total of 9 of these, I think, maybe more. 1, 2, 3. And now we have M-stone. Nice. And we are going to use this M-stone for a couple of things. But first, let's get 9 of them, because I think there's a quest to get 9 of these. So we'll take a look at that here after we get them. So glowstone plus lava in a stone barrel, unless you're in a pack where that recipe has been changed or disabled, will get you endstone, which is totally cool. Almost there. One more bucket. Nice. So let's look in our better questing book here, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was a quest. Get 9 endstones, so detect. And loot chest. Nice. And let's see. It's telling me we need end rods, 10 endstone, 16 obsidian, and an evil tear. So it looks like we're going to have to build an end portal to be able to go to the end. I don't think we're ready to actually go to the end. So is the only way I'm going to get that out of legendary loot bags? Let's look at that. It says to Google artificial end portal on how to build it. Use the items required in this quest to make a portal to the end. Interesting. So that's something I'll probably do after today's episode, is I'll kind of Google that. But we have done a fair amount today. We got ourselves an induction smelter and a pulverizer. I think in the next episode we're going to work on expanding our machine capabilities into something like a redstone furnace. We'll probably get an igneous extruder, is kind of what I'm thinking. And we are definitely going to work on getting these guys upgraded, because I think I'm actually going to have to help them out. Either that or the drawers are full. That's possible too. Let's take a look. I know we're getting pretty close to the wrapping up point if we haven't gone over it already. And it looks like iron is full, so we'll definitely want to start doing some drawer upgrades. And this is what I did for the gunpowder, by the way. I could not get the gunpowder to go in a drawer. I just couldn't do it no matter how hard I tried. So I basically stuck an iron chest here with a filter that only allows gunpowder through. So for right now, this is where the gunpowder is hanging out. Let's see. The iron, we may as well just turn that into this stuff and do that to get some more iron, because that iron never hurts. Well, that's weird. Didn't register all of it for some reason. There we go. So you can cook up. And then I think our very last order of business today is let's open up this loot chest and 8 draconium infused obsidian. Oh, that, you guys have no idea how handy that is going to come in. That was, I don't think I could have even asked for that. I don't know that I would have known to ask for it. There we go. I started putting all this other stuff into here so the endstone can hang out in there. Well, all but one. I take that back. There is one last thing. One last thing, and then we'll call it a day. Let's go ahead and maybe pop this ender lily. I guess right here is as good a place as any. These do grow faster on endstone, and I got that ender lily out of a loot bag. It was just kind of hanging out in there. That's why I made it a point to get ourselves some endstone. But we are unfortunately out of time for today. Oh boy, new hat. Okay. looks like how appropriate it is movie recording gear. So I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves today. I hope we had a good time. Be sure to leave me a like, and if you really like this stuff, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Check out Infinite Gaming's Discord channel while you're at it. So thanks for stopping by today, guys, and take care.